Good day. It's August 28th, 2024. And I'm listening to Intuitive Goddess 333 and her latest reading. She's been incredibly important. She's one of the most important ones that helped me find out who I am. So the reading's called This Person Feels Humiliated. Everyone knows that their secrets on what they did to you for money. And all the stuff coming to me is about the Aryans, the blue-eyed people, and succubus witchcraft that they've practiced against me. I'm in Compton, or the Compton area right now, Compton, California, where Eazy-E was from and all that. They don't like this area. So they don't really gang stalk me over here as much. And it's specifically because they're scared and they hate black people. It's not like a hatred, like open hatred. It's like a secret hatred. And it's spiritual. And I know why. They don't want this information coming out about what they've done to me, what they're still trying to do to me, and how it affects everybody and everything in the universe. There's a couple of them that seem like they're more brave, like they've tried to come over here and gang stalk me. But for the most part, there's a spiritual, it's like, it's unspoken. And like I said, it's like it's secret. There's majority non-white, non-Aryan people in the area where I've been, like Compton. And they don't want to come over here specifically because their energy doesn't mix with the energy over here. And it has to do with spiritual incompatibilities. I could go into deeper detail about the ancestors. Basically, I'm not behind enemy lines here. You know what I'm saying? When I was in Grand Junction, Colorado, I was behind enemy lines. When I was in Nevada, even, it was like, it's like unspoken hatred. And it's racial, and it's spiritual. I'm the guy that's here to help address the problem because the rest of you sick freaks don't have what it takes to do the job right. You sick Aryan freaks should just listen to me and give it up. I know what's best for you better than you do. You sick retards. Those who don't have a problem with me and have an open mind, I'm not addressing them. It's the ones that are being beyond obnoxious and stubborn about the way that they want people to live in this world. It goes back a lot longer than people think. These are like ancient spiritual incompatibilities. I'm still listening to Intuitive Goddess in one ear, and I'm hearing what she's saying. I'm like, yeah, it's the same thing over and over and over. These sick freaks don't want to give up. They want to keep doing their stupid spiritual wickedness against me. And because I'm defending myself, and I'm in the location that I am right now, around quite a few more African people, they don't have as much power. Isn't that interesting how that works? They can't terrorize me the same ways that they do when they have a majority. They have like strongholds. So I feel like I'm at home here around just like every race of people you can probably imagine. There's an occasional like blonde-haired, blue-eyed person I see, but they look like they're street people. And they're different than the haughty, wealthy ones who've never spent any time out among the poor, mixed population. They might pretend to care, but they've never really gotten down in the trenches and got dirty, man. They're not qualified to address the problem if they haven't put in the work, if you know what I'm saying. That's why I've talked about the Freemasons. I'm like, man, you guys are a bunch of cowards. You want the rewards that come with putting the work of like doing real stewardship? Or do you just want to LARP around and pretend like play Dungeons and Dragons and act like you're spiritual and really you're just a bunch of slobs? If you want the reward, you got to put in the work, man. I'm out here leading this thing. Not a single other person is doing what I'm doing. I've known I've had this power for quite some time, but I got mixed up with you sick freaks on the internet and all your sickness, and it made me sick. I know how sick you sick evil freaks are, man. If you listen to me, you'll be able to actually have a perception that allows you to like not only enjoy life more, but you'll actually be a better human being and get the rewards that come with it. If you don't listen to me, you are going to have to suffer from not paying attention to the necessity of correcting certain things so that the quality of life in this world can be greater. That's what this is about. You sick freaks are getting in the way. You're not qualified to lead. You have not acquired what it takes to address the problem sufficiently enough to actually resolve problems. It's time to move out of the way, you stupid evil nerds. I'm more than qualified. I'm called to do certain things, and this is part of it. Apparently, you guys don't know what it's like dealing with a real person. Well, man, if you come hang out with me in real life, I'm just going to be like, hey, I'm going to go do these things. You want to come along? Do your own thing, whatever. I don't care. Just don't get in the way. It's like letting people live their lives, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to control anybody. But I'll tell you what. These sick freaks have been trying to tear me down spiritually. And I have a right to defend myself. I'm not going to feel bad watching you sick freaks lose everything if you don't listen to me and leave me alone or help me. I have your children's best interests in mind, and if you're going to raise them in wickedness, there's nothing I can really do to address the actual root of the problem. So, we've got this schism going on among white people that want to be racist and people that don't. And this is racist in the sense that there's different forms of racism, right? This is like the negative form that just leads to destruction and war and sickness and evil things. Racialism is a little different, where it acknowledges the differences between the races and why it's important to understand these things. We can agree upon a lot of these things, but you stupid evil freaks need to stop being evil. Otherwise, you're going to be hated and nobody's going to want to have anything to do with you. And that's just how it's going to be, man. That's the way that this is all working out. That form of intolerance isn't going to be acceptable. It's not conducive to the evolution of the human species. Period. And I can prove these things. I can support everything that I'm saying with arguments of all kinds, including scientific, like biological, psychological, spiritual, all of it. I'm the guy for the job, and you stupid freaks aren't going to get in the way. It's that simple. You can't cheat nature. There's no fooling God, man. There's going to be an end put to these things so that they can't happen anymore. The succubus witchcraft, this energy vampire crap, it's not going to be happening. The universe is changing now so that anybody who's doing that is basically going to rot. I've been trying to warn people for a year that this is what's going to happen. God has shown me. I've been warning you. And warning you. And warning you. And warning you. It's not my fault what happens to you if you don't want to listen. And those who've censored me and terrorized me, isolated me, all of it, they're the ones that are going to be held responsible for all the people who don't get to know the truth about what all of this is and why things are happening. The blood will be on their hands. I've been saying this for a year or so as well. Do you want better things for your people and other people or not? If not, what is wrong with you? Ask yourself and be honest with yourself. Why wouldn't you want better things for your people and other people? Why do you have to justify and rationalize your stupid evil hatred, wanting to eradicate all the other races on the planet? You sick evil freaks. Your philosophy and ideology is extremely flawed. It's based in spiritual wickedness, and it leads to death and destruction, not only for others but for yourselves, and you will go extinct. Your people will go extinct as a result of your wickedness, if you want to survive as you say you do. Ensuring a future for white children. You need to listen to me and stop being evil. There are no exceptions. You either listen and adapt and evolve, or you don't. There's no excuse, there's no exceptions.